Keenan in Houston, Texas. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show. You're on with Ellie Mastal. Hello.
Hey, Mrs. Hunter. Hi. Hey, Ellie. Got a question for you. As regards to like mental health and what we're all dealing with, do you have any, practices or any advice how, for someone like me personally, I live in Houston. I'm in a suburb of Houston, and I see so many Confederate flags, Blue Lives Matter stickers. I mean, just yesterday I saw a black guy hanging from the tail of one of the pickup trucks, this
Wow.
little action figure. And this stuff is so triggering to me. Me and my wife, we are actually in the process of moving to California, and we know we're going to pay double for what we're paying now for a house. But I just think you cannot put a price on peace of mind. And I just think it's in our best nature before I hurt one of these people. If they, if I come across
Yeah.
one of them wrong, and
Listen.
I don't want to do that. And I'm just so tired of them interpreting their white privilege as white oppression. No, we are the ones that are oppressed. Stop asking me, how do I help? I don't need to educate white people on how not to be racist. And I'm tired of telling people down here that Jesus is not American. Like, I'm just tired of this place, and it's just so frustrating. And if you have any, knowledge or any advice on
Well,
how I can handle this,
it's Wellness
until we listen.
Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday. So you are doing the first thing, which is listening to the Karen Hunter Show. I think that's good for mental health. I personally think it is everything. And listening to Urban View as a whole, I think is a good thing. I spend a lot of time watching mindless television. I just discovered the Gilmore Girls. So I'm in season 1 right now. Like, I'm going down these rabbit holes. I watch Madam President, which has some humor, and I also get a glimpse into what government could look like. Early parts of the pandemic, I binge watched West Wing, got some insight into what a good president would look like if we had one, got some insight into, and it's got humor. I love comedy. Although most of our comedians right now are very angry, and that's something. So old Richard Pryor, like I find myself going down rabbit holes, and I watch cartoons. So I'm also watching Bob's Burgers, as that's my nighttime on my way to sleep. Watching, I put my timer on for 30 minutes, and I put on Bob's Burger, which I think there are like 13 seasons of that. So, or 4 seasons. I can't remember now. I'm in season 3. So that's my suggestion. What do you have, Ellie?
It is rare, Karen, that people come to me for wellness advice. I am not the most zen person on this planet. I would say to Keenan, I would say to all of your listeners, first of all, don't discount what that man just said. It is triggering. It is. We are being constantly attacked. We are being constantly assaulted by white supremacy, even if they're not directly punching us in the face. That assault is real, and we shouldn't feel bad about acknowledging it. To the extent that I can offer advice, I think it's actually super helpful to have some kind of outlet, some kind of place in your life where you can be your full self. Black people have to spend so much of their lives, so much of our lives, not being our full selves, biting our tongues, holding back, not saying what we really think. People like me and Karen are extremely privileged and lucky that we have an outlet, that we get to be who we are at work. That's not the reality for most Black people in the country. Most Black people have to toe a line to keep their job and pay their bills and can't be their full selves at work. So if you can't be your full self at work, my wife has a real job. She can't be her full self at work. It's important to have some place in your life, some community, some outlet where you can be who you are and express how you really feel. I believe that is having that opportunity is actually, at least for me, really key to my mental.
Let me tell you.
And I'm barely hanging on.
No.
To the extent that I am, that's how I do it.
Let me co-sign on that last part, because that comes with sacrifice as well. Somebody actually challenged me today. There was something that went down, and somebody handled it placating whiteness, and they were like, how do you not do that? Well, I'm sitting here right now, not as rich as I should be, not as quote unquote famous as I should be, because I made a choice a long time ago that I would never, ever forsake my soul. and I will always speak up. And there's a consequence to that. People, and Ellie, I know you've experienced this where you don't get invited to the reindeer games. You may not be, you're not TV, somebody that people like, and trust and believe everybody that you see on your airwaves, as boldly as they talk. they aren't being their full selves, unless their full selves is half a piece of something. I'm just going to say it out loud, because it's very rare in America where there are no consequences for being your full self, telling the truth, speaking truth to power, and all that other stuff. People are offended. They try to come for you. They block you from opportunities, which is why I'm constantly running. I'm like, catch me if you can, but it's exhausting too. There is a weight for that freedom that you talk about, that agency that you talk about comes with a price, and there's a weight to that as well.
Every job I've taken since 2006 has come with a pay cut, because every job that I'm taking, every opportunity that I'm taking or not taking is designed to allow me to be more of who I am at work, and that comes with a cost. That comes with, not like a psychic theory, that comes with a real dollar amount cost to my livelihood, because the I don't want to put my head all the way up my own ass, but like I've got a certain set of skills, and there are a lot, and my skills are valuable. And if I did my skills, if I express my skills in a more white approved way, I'd make a ton of more money than I make, and I'd be way more, internet famous than I am. I've priced myself out of certain opportunities because I want to sound and be the way that I am when I'm engaging with the public, and it's a cost. And so I like you, Karen. So I try not to fully kind of come down the mountain against, especially against other Black people who have made a slightly different choice than I have, who have made, who have decided to maybe look out more for their own wallet. Again, I couldn't do what I say. I don't look out for my own wallet. My wife does. I couldn't. Right?
But imagine
somebody wasn't paying the mortgage, right? So I try not to come down the mountain on Black people who aren't as outspoken as I am.
And it's not about being outspoken. It's about being your full self. If every Black person showed up as their full self with their skills and talents that are necessary, by the way, for industry to survive and thrive, and has always been, the world would instantaneously change. I was sitting there, I was like, what? Everyone's like, I'm going to tippy-toe around your feelings. I'm going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, because I know that now, since you like me, you're going to give me a promotion. Maybe I get that spot on television. Anyway, I don't want to get into this me and you thing, but
one of the reasons why a Cori Bush or an AOC or an Ilhan Omar or Ayanna Pressley, one of the reasons they are who they are is because they don't want anything from these people. They don't need anything from these people. They're not trying to climb some ladder to get it. AOC is straight up just like, I might not even be congressman very long, because this isn't what I always dreamed of doing in my life, right? And it's only those people. I shouldn't say only. It is predominantly those people who do not need what the white man can give, who are able to act like themselves at work.
Facts.